All right, NFL picks time, my friends. Welcome aboard. Today's broadcast brought to you, as always, by our friends at Play It Again Sports and Box Drop Mattress and Sofa. Dual sponsors for our NFL picks. By the way, if you, the fans, want to get involved in our NFL pick segment, it's pretty easy. Go to Instagram. Our Instagram, at MC Show Digital. You'll see it flashing below on the screen from time to time among our social media sites. And vote on every single game. You just click on whichever team you like. You will see the spread in the center. And then whatever the majority of our fans pick, those are the picks that go in for the fans every single week. Good morning, BG. How are you?
I'm doing well. Let me make it even easier for you animals. Right in the YouTube description down below. Click right there. There's our link to our Instagram, and it takes you exactly to where Manchild just said by clicking our Instagram story. So you all talk all that crap out there on social media, mentioning us, adding us. You guys are idiots.
You stink.
And we're smarter than you. Then prove it right now. What are you doing? Go down. Instagram, it's up for 24 hours. So good luck, pal. You guys are going to need it.
Get busy. Been a hard year to pick. All right, let's bring in our third wheel. He's our NFL insider. His Substack will let him give you all the background and the information. It's the one, the only Matt Lombardo. Joining us for the second time this week. He was subbing with me on Monday. Welcome back, Matt.
What is up with that? Yeah, you need to, 100%. Look, you need to work on your stuff. Like when we have Don Munson on, you go behind enemy lines. He's like, enemy? I don't like being the enemy. And then you're like, yeah, Matt, here's our third wheel. We're having a date over here, and here's our third guy just randomly showing up. Like, come on, Lerch. Let's get a little better.
I have a feeling after last week's results, the third wheel might be steamrolling Manchild. So I think we might have earned a new moniker coming into this segment every week.
You know?
Yeah, so let's just do this part. Oh, let me make sure I get that louder.
That up. I heard it in a very neat background there.
Sorry, what was that?
If you want to crown them, then crown her.
Matt Lombardo has been taking a lot of crap.
Oh, yes.
But now
rough year,
he is ready for the
He had himself a week, is what you're saying, huh? He had himself a week?
Yeah, this is one of the best weeks
that
we have had on the show this season. So, folks, let's throw it up here on the dashboard so you guys can see this puppy. Look at this. Matt Lombardo, 10-3, baby. First place of this week.
You were right. You killed it.
100%. You guys will see two graphics on the screen. This is what happens on a week-to-week basis, the most recent week, and then we show the overall standings. But, Matt, the crown is yours alone, my friend. 10-3 week. Intern Ed had a 9-4 week. PFF, a.k.a. Dalton Washman, was 7-6. Manchild, 6-7, below 500. Boy Green and Joe Bartle were both 5-8. But the fans, you suck. 4-9, all the way in
fans. What's up with you? Poop emoji for you, fans.
Yeah. But Matt, take your moment of the sun here.
Yeah, go ahead. You've had a lot of bad ones, Matt. Might as well enjoy the moment.
Let's just remember here that it was so bad last Friday that there were, I believe, 2 poop emojis next to my name last week. So to bust out and go 10-3, not only win the week, but I'm sure climb the standings based on what I'm seeing here pretty significantly. We're going to keep the momentum rolling here going into week 6.
Well, the poop emoji now goes to Boy Green because I suck. I've now stumbled all the way into the bottom. So PFF currently holds the crown, but as you can see, everyone is below 500. PFF is 5 games below 500 and somehow on the top, which has been a wild season so far, 34-39. Internet and Manchild are both tied at 33-40. They have quite a battle going on, well beyond these NFL standings on a week-to-week basis. Matt jumped into the mix. He's in third place, 32-41, tied with the fans, and Joe Bodo also at 32-41. And there I am, Boy Green. Big cap loserville, 31-42. I've been awful this season.
But look at you, though. You are literally just a game behind the 3 people in front of you and 2 games behind second place. So you're in
3 games behind first place, Lerch. So look how tight all this is.
This is anybody's game right now. Anybody's game.
There you go. So those are the standings. And again, you guys can always pay attention. The scrolling ticker down below has the updated standings throughout the week. So you guys can, keep track of that no matter what part of the show you happen to be listening to. Again, another reminder, hit us up on Instagram. That's in the YouTube description down below. So you guys can make all your picks against the spread. All it takes is a couple of seconds.
I'm getting it right this week. That's all I'm saying. All right. Are you ready to get the autumn wind going here? And let's rock and roll.
Okay. There you go. Open the window, baby.
Ooh, I can feel the breeze. I'll tell you what, in central New York, man, the autumn wind is exactly where we've been in recent days. I mean, my goodness, it has been chilly. I think we had a freeze alert
Did we?
Central New York last night. That's right. That means you dropped below 32 degrees. Yes, we have already experienced, dare I say, winter. Winter is not coming. Winter is here, my friends. All right, let's kick it off, gentlemen. Let's get a whole new week, a whole new slate. There are some buys, so I think we're back at, 13 games again this week, if I counted them right. Started off in London. Tea and crumpets again, my friends. 9:30 start. The Jets, the home team in London, against the surging Denver Broncos. And if you want Denver, you're going to have to lay some juice here. 7.5 points to the Jets, if you believe. Matt, I was in that building last week, as you know, watching those Jets Jets take on the Cowboys, hoping for a win. Oh, my God, what I saw was disheartening, to say the least. It was like a bad movie. So I can't take the Jets. There's no way in my mind can I take the Jets. I will take the Broncos and give the 7.5 points. As much as I hate it, I believe the Broncos will take down the Jets handily. Matt, what do you think?
You know, I'm a firm believer in the line is telling me something theory. This line opened up as Broncos as 6.5-point favorites. It's now a 7.5-point spread. That is screaming something to me. And what it is screaming is that both of the Broncos' 2 losses this season were games that they led with 1 second on the clock. The Jets have led for exactly 1 quarter so far this season. They will not lead at the end of this game, either on the scoreboard or against the number. Give me the Broncos.
He's on the Broncos,
All right, well, let's go to the experts. Let's see what they have to say about this. All right, so Don't Washerman, Broncos. Internet, Broncos. Joe Bartle, Broncos.
He can go lone wolf on his team, Matt. Will he do it? Here we go.
Yeah, damn it, I'm doing it. Baby. Give me the Jets. Yes. Hell yeah.
Right. He's in. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Good luck, my friend. Good
That'll
luck.
work out.
All right, I'll write it down. Lone Wolf, EG.
Thank
One
you.
on the board already. 1 game up and 1 Lone Wolf already on the board.
It's a good sign.
All right, up next we go to Pittsburgh, back in the States here, where the Steelers are home for the Cleveland Browns in a divisional tilt. This one opened at 6.5. The line sits currently at 5.5. That's where we'll pick it. So it's Pittsburgh, 5.5-point favorites over the Cleveland Browns. We know they've got Dylan Gabriel in there at quarterback. Matt, why don't you take that one first?
The Steelers did the smart thing and accepted the NFL's offer to give them a bye week coming out of London, giving them extra time to heal up, prepare, travel, all of those things. The Cleveland Browns did not. They traded Joe Flacco this week. They were in London a week ago. Dylan Gabriel was okay. Came up short against Carson Wentz. They come up short again. Give me the Steelers with the number.
Likes the Steelers. Boy Green?
All right, let's go to the experts. We have Don't Washerman, Browns. Internet, Steelers. Joe Bartle, Browns. I just can't do it. I can't do it. Give me the Steelers, man. That just the division is imploded and it's there for the taking. I think the Steelers take advantage. Give me Pittsburgh.
So is there only one person on the Browns right now?
No, 2, I believe. We have Joe Bartle who's on the Browns and also Don't Wasserman.
Joe and Wasserman. Wow, they're both on the Browns. I'm going Steelers with you guys. I don't see it. I love the Steelers at home. Their defense seems to kind of play to those fans a little bit. I don't know what it is about that building, but they are always tough at home. And I just don't like where the Browns are at with this trade this week and everything. I think they're going to be a mess other than that defense, which is always solid. Pittsburgh, minus the 5.5. All right, up next we go to Indianapolis. Indiana Jones back in business. This one opened with Indianapolis 1.5-point underdogs. It has swung the other way. They are 6.5-point favorites now over the Arizona Cardinals. I guess there's some doubt in terms of whether Kyler Murray will be out there or not. There's a little bit of an injury going on there, I think, with one of his legs. So it is Indianapolis minus 6.5. The Colts are at home against Arizona. Let's start with the experts and you, Boy Green, and then we'll roll from there.
Yeah, I'll start this off. The Colts have blown 3 teams out by 20-plus points. The Cardinals, I fear, well, not fear for me because I'm on the Colts, but I imagine that's going to happen again. So I'm going Indiana Jones dominates Arizona. Don't Wasserman on the Colts. Intern Ed on the Colts. We go to Joe Bartle. He's feeling the Cardinals. We'll see if anyone else is, Lerch.
All right, I'll go next. I'm on Indianapolis. I'm sticking with that team. I got off them 1 week, and I shouldn't have. I'm back on with Jones and crew. Jonathan Taylor, by the way, we should mention him, too. He's only been maybe arguably the best running back in football this year. So I'm going to go with that running game, that passing game. Everything's working for the Colts right now. I'll take the Colts, especially at home, even though it's 6.5. Matt, lone wolfing, or you staying on the Colts?
Oh, not lone wolfing. Joe Bartle is.
Bartle's on Arizona. All right, you could join.
Will he allow a lone wolf? Yes.
Wow.
I said it on the Between the Hashmarks podcast this week. The Cardinals are not a serious franchise. They're not even fool's bronze at this point. If we saw what happened last week against Tennessee with the two fluky dookie plays, the mistakes that cannot happen down the seam defensively for Jonathan Gannon's defense, compared to Daniel Jones rating a very fine MVP fairy tale to start the season, there's no way Indianapolis loses this game. They win by 10 plus. Give me the Colts.
All right, there you go.
For Joe Bartle.
There you go.
Bartle gets a lone wolf and 2 in the bank so far, gentlemen, in 3 games. It's starting again.
By the way, Matt Lombardo, you just said something Between the Hashmarks podcast. What's that all about? What's going on there?
Yeah, check it out. Every Tuesday, Mike Tanier and I, we go across the NFL. The biggest storylines this week, we broke down all of the AFC contenders. Are they contenders? Are they pretenders? What are the biggest issues facing them? We bring in guests every week. So check it out. You can subscribe at my YouTube channel at Matt Lombardo 975 or on Substack, Between the Hashmarks on Substack.
See, Matt is fantabulous and a good picker of football games, at least last week.
We can tell. Yeah.
All right, let's keep it going. Oh, boy, this one. It's an interesting game. The Baltimore Ravens at home. Oh, what a train wreck the poor Ravens have been. Falling out of it. It doesn't look like Lamar's going to play, although he's still listed as questionable at this point. But I don't see it with the bye out there. They're definitely worth sitting one more week, give him the bye week, and then bring him back the following week. They're hosting the Rams, who come across from the West Coast, and the Rams are laying 7.5 points to the Ravens at home. The Ravens are 7.5 points at home. An underdog. Oh, I don't know what to do with this one. Matt, do you?
Yeah, I'm taking the Rams. I mean, if you look at that defense last week, it was a bunch of Inner Harbor dock workers and National Aquarium tour guides playing defense. It's not going to be much better for Baltimore this week with Cooper Rush again, with Derrick Henry averaging less than 4 yards per carry. For a team that's banged up, they basically have the Detroit Lions injuries at the end of the year, at the beginning of the year. I don't see how they dig themselves out of this. I think that they are dead and done. Their season is over. And the Rams are going to be happy to get right against them after coughing up that game to the Niners on Thursday night last week.
Last week, I lone wolfed the Ravens, and that wolf was brought into the backyard and old yelling. I will not be lone wolfing the Ravens this time around. Give me the freaking Rams, baby. And by the way, here are the experts. Don't Washerman, Rams, Injured Ed, Rams, Joe Bartle, Rams, ram it, Lerch.
Could there be a...
Take it.
I heard that they signed Tyler Huntley to the practice squad. Could Huntley get in there and give him a week?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't believe they're 7.5 point underdogs at home. But Matt's right. No, I'm not.
No, don't listen to Matt.
I can't. I mean,
you do it. Come on.
I can't do it. No, I'm taking the Rams. I'm giving the 7.5. I just can't do it, man. That team is a shell of itself. That is not a good squad.
That's Baltimore at home, Lerch. You can't let them do you like that. Don't let us push you around.
Uh-huh. Don't worry, you're not pushing me around. You're not pushing me anywhere. I am taking the Rams. All right, up next, we go to Jacksonville. The red-hot Jaguars coming off of their big upset this past week. Try and keep it rolling. They get a Seattle team that I think is very much their equal. This is a tough game to pick. The spread said so as well. Jacksonville, 1-point favorites over Seattle in Jacksonville. And Matt's got a face. So go ahead, Matt. What's the face all about?
Lerch, I co-hosted the show with you on Monday. I told you look out for the Jaguars. I told you the Chiefs game was a litmus test. Here we are with the Jacksonville defense that leads the league in turnovers. Devin Lloyd is playing like the defensive player of the year. Trevor Lawrence is doing enough. Now you have Travis Hunter showing up and doing something. They remember Brian Thomas exists, and Travis Etienne is a top 5 running back in the NFL. How is this only a 1-point number? Give me the Jags.
There you go. Let's go to it. Joe Bartle is with you, Matt Lombardo. He's going Jags. However, intern Ed, Seattle. Dalton Wasserman, Seattle. Lerch?
By the way, I'd just like to note who circled on my sheet last week against the Kansas
There
City.
you go. I talked you into it. There you go.
Oh, yeah. You listen to Matt. Smart man.
I did listen to Matt. I'm going with Jacksonville. I love Jacksonville. I've loved them all year. I've been on them almost every game, bar a spread or two here. And while I like Sam Darnold, I think Jacksonville at home is rock solid. I do not think they're going to have a letdown, despite the fact that they had that big win against the Chiefs. I think they're going to be fine. I think they're starting to find their footing a little bit. I'm definitely taking them at home, so I am on the Jags.
I'll take Seattle.
Is it a lone wolf, Boy Green?
No. There's a few other experts on Seattle too.
All right, fair enough. Okay, one more game before we go to break here, and we will go to Carolina, where the Carolina Panthers are back at home, and this time taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, we saw them at MetLife. They looked pretty formidable at MetLife. Even the defense looked halfway decent against the Jets. This time to get Carolina in Carolina, and if you want a home dog, well, this one's tasty. Carolina +3 against the Cowboys, who have offense, but do they have much of a defense? Boy Green, let's start with the experts.
Yeah, and by the way, Rico Dowdle revenge game, baby. Make sure you adjust your television.
He already had that last week, though, didn't he? Even though he wasn't playing the Cowboys.
Yeah, and he said he's been looking forward to this Cowboys game, so now he has this opportunity. We'll see what he does with it, I suppose. Dalton Wasserman, Cowboys. Intern Ed, Carolina. Joe Bartle, Cowboys. Oh, my goodness. I got to go Dallas. Come on, Carolina sucks. I'll take the Cowboys.
You want Cowboys. Matt?
Rico Dowdle revenge game. I have no reason to believe that the Cowboys defense is going to travel. I don't know that Carolina wins the game, but I think they cover.
Yeah, so do I. I'm going with Carolina as well. The Dowdle revenge game is on my mind. Plus, I just don't trust the Cowboys giving points to anybody. So I didn't trust them against the Jets, and I should have. But I don't trust them this week, so I am taking Carolina as well. All right, when we return, Chargers heading to Miami. And the New England Patriots coming off a big win, now going to New Orleans, see if they can, feast a little bit. Today's broadcast brought to you by our friends at Play It Again Sports and our friends at Box Drop Syracuse. Let's just take a moment and learn about those two wonderful places here. Stick around.
Warm weather sports season is here, and if you want to gear up and save money on some of the top brands of golf, soccer, and baseball equipment, and much more, Play It Again Sports can be your solution. With both new and gently used gear, Play It Again has prices way less than regular retail stores. And for all you golfers out there, get some quick money for those clubs you've got stashed away and are collecting dust. Play It Again is always looking for quality gear. No appointment necessary. Just bring it into the store. Play It Again Sports in the DeWitt Town Center on Erie Boulevard. Don't spend more. Play it again. Play It Again Sports. Syracuse.com.
Considering that we sleep nearly 1/3 of our lives, buying the right mattress is essential. At Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofa Outlet, you'll get a unique experience, one that saves you 30 to 70% off retail prices on top-of-the-line mattresses like Sapphire Sleep. At Box Drop, you'll schedule a mattress fitting appointment and get one-on-one service directly with Paul, the owner. No middleman. Family-owned, huge savings, no-pressure sales designed to save you time and money. And now Box Drop Syracuse has sectional sofas and love seats as well, with prices designed to fit your budget. Box Drop Syracuse Mattress and Sofas. Set up your appointment today at boxdropsyracuse.com.
All right, we are back. NFL Pick segment, the Manchild Show with Boy Green Digital. At MC Show Digital is our handle on YouTube. We'd love for you to be a subscriber to our YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, if you get on board right now, you have a chance. You immediately go into the drawing for this wonderful golf club, brand new Cleveland Highbore XL Golf Club. Look at it, still in the plastic. Nobody has hit this pristine club. It's been donated by one of our sponsors today, and that is Play It Again Sports. So we thank them for that, and it is going out the door once we reach our next plateau of subscribers. So get on board very, very quickly. You see the link right there at MC Show Digital. Get in there, Matt. Thank you.
Just subscribe.
He wants that golf
you
club.
can ship the club to suburban Philly.
You golfer, Matt? Like to play?
I used to be. I'd love to be again.
Yeah, and maybe that golf club could help. Who knows? Yeah.
All right, Autumn Wind, please. Autumn Wind. Let us get back to it. All right, more picks to come here. Let's rock and roll to Miami, where the Dolphins are home, and you can get some home team underdog stuff here. Not surprising the way the Dolphins have been this year. It is the Chargers who are coming off back-to-back losses, Matt. My God, what's going on in L.A.? And now they travel all the way to Miami, where they are 4.5-point favorites to the Dolphins. This one opened at only Chargers -1.5, and it's ballooned to Chargers -4.5. So they seem to be a lot of believers out there in the Chargers. I'll get on this one very quickly and just say I believe the Chargers will bounce back. I know they've had a couple of little hiccups here, but I think the Chargers get back to their winning ways. Miami is the elixir for the Chargers, and I'll lay the 4.5. Give me LA. Matt, what do you say?
I'm so sick of being fooled by the Chargers, right? Before the playoffs last year, I spoke to former Chargers players, guys who plays for Jim Harbaugh, about the death of chargering and how they finally built a juggernaut around Justin Herbert, and they go out and they lose to the Texans. A couple weeks ago, they have the comeback win against Denver. I write that chargering is dead and over. Then they cough one up late against the Commanders, but the Dolphins are not Washington. The chargering trend ends once again. Give me Los Angeles here.
All right, Dalton Wasserman is going with the Chargers. Intern Ed is going with the Chargers. Joe Bartle is all over the fish. He's on Miami, and he can have them because I'm going with the Super Bowls. Give me the Chargers, baby. Lerch?
All right, Joe Bartle gets his second lone wolf of the day.
Okay.
I'll give him a little howl for that one. He's got 2 so far, and we've got 3 lone wolves on the board, only about halfway through our picks. All right, next we go. Good old New Orleans, where the Saints, they got that win against the Giants there, so they're feeling good about themselves. And now it's the New England Patriots who come into town. The Patriots, of course, upset the Bills last week. So New England, 3.5-point favorites in New Orleans. Matt, you want to take this one first? Go ahead.
Drake May has been terrific. I mean, he looks like he is the franchise quarterback that the Patriots have been waiting for since Tom Brady's departure. Trevion Henderson had a bit of a breakout game against the Bills. Mike Vrabel's culture is taking root. Patriots win the game and win it easily.
All right, Patriots cover. Boy Green.
Dalton Wasserman, Saints. Intern Ed, Saints. Joe Bartle, Saints. Lerch?
I'm going with the Patriots all the way. I'm totally down with Matt. I think this is one of my easier picks of the week. I love New England.
Hey, an emotional letdown has to be coming. The Saints come marching in, baby. Let's go New Orleans.
Well, just me and you on that one, Matt.
You blocked my wolf. You blocked my lone wolf.
I did.
That's true. He had a chance.
That would have been a fantastic lone wolf. Everybody's on New Orleans. Whew. Glad I didn't give that one up. All right, up next, Las Vegas and Tennessee, and this one out in Sin City. The Raiders are 4.5-point favorites over anyone. That seems crazy, but it is the Titans, although we all know what happened to the Titans. Was there a discovery? Did Cam Ward figure out he belongs in the NFL? I know it was a cavalcade of mistakes by the Arizona Cardinals, but still, could that be the trigger, the switch, the elixir, dare I say, that gets this Tennessee team right? I believe it will. I am taking Tennessee plus the 4.5 on the road. Boy Green, what do you think?
Joe Bartle, Titans. Intern Ed, Raiders. Dalton Wasserman, Titans. I'm all aboard. I remember the Titans from last week, and I hope I remember them after this weekend. Give me Tennessee, baby. Yeah.
You get the last say on this one.
For all the mistakes Arizona made, Cam Ward passed for 165 yards in the fourth quarter. Good enough to win the game. Good enough to take home Rookie of the Week honors in the Between the Hash Marks 4 Downs column on Monday. I spoke to former Titans wide receiver Chris Sanders, who told me, quote, I saw some Steve McNair in him.
Ooh,
if you get even a fingernail of Steve McNair against what the Raiders have become this season, that's good enough for me. Give me the Titans. Give me the Cam Wards.
All right, the Cam Wards. A lot of people on board. We're feeling it with Tennessee, who's been so god-awful. All right.
So, by the way, that means a lone wolf for Intern Ed. I do believe.
Lone wolf.
He was on the Raiders. Yes.
Okay, mark that down. Ed's on Raiders.
I know you like keeping track of those lone wolves. They're Manchild, so I just wanted to make sure.
I do.
I'll howl for him.
Yeah,
there you go. Nice. Intern Ed could use that.
It's a lone wolf for Ed. He was never. Ed was never good at howling himself, so that was.
Oh yeah, it was a very whimpered dog that got shot. So yeah,
something died. It's awful. All right.
Okay.
All right, if you're going to howl, howl from the rooftop like you really mean it. All right, up next, we've got this one. It should be a good one. Down in Tampa, we've got Baker Mayfield and everything that he's been doing for those Tampa Bay Buccaneers, home and favored by 3 over a very surprising San Francisco 49ers team. Let's face it, I mean, this team and Kyle Shanahan are pulling rabbits out of hats, it seems, every single week, but they are underdogs in Tampa. Boy Green, why don't you touch this one first?
Yeah, when you said pulling rabbits out of hats, that's not where I thought you said they were going to be pulling them, but neither here nor there, I suppose. Joe Bartle is all over the Buccaneers. Intern Ed, Tampa Bay. Dalton Wasserman, Tampa Bay. Manchild?
Tampa Bay. Easy peasy.
Matt?
Emeka Egbuka is him. Baker Mayfield is the MVP in waiting. there's smoke and mirrors going on with Mac Jones and that offense. There's Kyle Shanahan shenanigans going on. That luck runs out against Todd Bowles' defense. Give me Tampa.
Go ahead, Boy Green.
You go to McDonald's, you want to order some Big Mac, Mac Jones, Mac Attack with Brock Purdy, super questionable. Give me the 49ers, baby.
Is that a silent house?
Sure. There's different howls for different teams. They require different, and because wolves are in different territories. The ones from California aren't necessarily the same wolves from Tampa Bay. So we got to make sure we variety of the diet there, Lerch. Variety of the diet.
Ramping up 1, 2, 3, 4. We're up to 5 lone wolves. Can we top our record 8? We had 15 games that week. Oh my goodness. Well, we still got 4 games left. Let's find out. Green Bay at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. But of course, the Bengals now have a quarterback. Or do they? Joe Flacco? What? Coming in off a commercial airliner, apparently. He was videotaped coming in to take over this playbook, take over the Cincinnati offense. He certainly got the weapons, T. Higgins and all those receivers, Jamar Chase. Oh, my goodness. Can he get it done? Vegas says no. Green Bay is 14-point favorites in this game against the Cincinnati Bengals. Boy Green, what do the experts say on this one? Let's start there.
Well, let's start with our resident Green Bay Packers fan, Joe Bartle. He took the Bengals.
Wow.
Intern Ed, Packers. Dalton Wasserman, Packers. Lerch?
Boy, I've been a little squawky on this game, and I've taken Cincinnati a couple times.
You've lone wolf Cincinnati before?
Yeah, that was a bad lone wolf that week. But I'm going to take Cincinnati. Again, I'll go back to my usual standard protocol. A professional team, 14 points. It's professional football. These guys have a lot of pride. Packers probably win, but I'm taking the 14 and the Bengals.
Matt, have you watched the Bengals?
Yes, I have. They're terrible. They're awful. I know.
Are we certain they're a professional franchise? Like not just the roster, but you trade for Joe Flacco, right? Just hear me out here. You trade for Joe Flacco, who threw for 142 yards and a pick the last time he played the Packers, and you can't stand the sight of Jake Browning so terribly badly that you decide you're going to throw him against that defense, and Micah Parsons with a week off, getting healthy. You've been outscored 113-37 over the last 3 weeks. This number could be 24, and I take the Packers. Give me Green Bay.
Maybe I should switch. Can I switch? No, I'm not switching. Sticking with Cincinnati.
Well, I will say this. You mentioned it, Matt. Joe Flacco has already beaten the Packers once, and he resides in the AFC North, not the NFC North. Normally, those teams don't have 2 whacks at the Green Bay Packers pinata. So give me the Swinsky. I'll take Joe Flacco.
Wow.
Boy,
get out my side. Yeehaw! Cincinnati, baby. Wow.
Plus
Me,
14.
you, and Bartle all on Cincinnati. That is a 3-3 split on Cincinnati.
If I'm Joe Flacco, I'm not learning the playbook. I go into the huddle with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, say, hey, run deep. I'm going to chuck it to you. Catch it.
That's
and
it.
hopefully that works.
Yeah, they get a couple of those. They stay within 14. That's all I'm hoping. All right, let's go to Sunday Night Football, and it's a beauty. Kansas City back in prime time. They are home for the Detroit Lions, and man, Vegas is messing with us here, Matt. I swear there's a conspiracy. There's something going on here. First of all, it opened at 3. Chiefs favored by 3. Can I say that again? The Chiefs favored by 3. I mean, have the Lions not been rolling everyone since week 1? Have they not looked like a Super Bowl contender? I know Kansas City's looked a little better. They still even lost last week when they looked better. But Vegas says Kansas City should be favored. It opened at 3. It shrunk down only to 2.5. So this has pretty much stayed a fairly steady line. Kansas City at home, 2.5-point favorites against Detroit. Matt, give me some analysis on this one. I told Boy Green before we got on the air, this was the hardest pick for me. Vegas is messing with my mind, and it's working. Damn it. Is it working against you?
Dan Campbell has been on this personal revenge of a wrecking ball tour ever since they ran into that buzzsaw in week 1. They hang a 50-burger on Ben Johnson. They've won 3 in a row. They look like the best team in football. This is not a Lions team that's intimidated by Arrowhead. If you remember, this whole era began with that win on Thursday Night Football against the defending champion Chiefs back in 2023. I think they returned to the scene of the crime. They get a win. They win the game outright. You're giving me points? You're giving the Lions and Dan Campbell points? I'm going to take them. Give me the Lions. Give me the points.
He's taking the points. Boy Green?
the Lions have won 4 in a row. In a lot of NFL power rankings, they're number 1 right now. This is very confusing. Very confusing. All right, well, let's go to the experts to delay more time for me to pick this game. Joe Bartle is going with the Chiefs. Intern Ed is going with the Lions. Don't wash them in Lions. I have to go Detroit. I just can't. I don't care what kind of voodoo dolls Vegas has over there. I refuse to play your games, you big casino bastards. Give me Detroit.
Yeah, I can't give points to the Lions no matter what. I can't right now against anyone. I can't not take them if they are getting points. I'm going to get on the Chiefs and have to give points? No, thank you. Could the Chiefs win this game? Yeah, they could win this game. But there's no way I'm giving points to Detroit. I have to get with you guys. I'm staying with the Lions as well. Forget about what Vegas says. Fool me once, Vegas. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Or no, it's the other way around. But whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm not being fooled. That's the bottom line. All right, Monday Night Football. We got another doubleheader. Stop trying to figure it out. We've got the Bills in Atlanta, Washington, and Chicago. So we'll start in Atlanta. Buffalo coming off that loss, obviously no longer undefeated. And now they'll face Bijan Robinson and company and what looks like to be a slowly but surely improving Atlanta squad. Always a tough place to play in that dome. Matt, why don't you take that one first?
There are different kinds of losses, right? That Eagles loss against the Broncos that ended their undefeated start, it seemed like that kind of tore at the fabric that the Giants ripped open on Thursday night. The Bills' first loss felt like they stumbled against a team that treated that division game like their Super Bowl.
Right.
The Bills are fine. The Bills are going to pull a Lions, and they're going to hang a 40-burger on the Falcons. I think this thing is a blowout. Josh Allen's going to be tired of the questions. Bijan might have a nice game, but the Bills win outright.
Joe Bartle, Bills. Intern Ed, Bills fan. Bills, of course. Don't watch them in Falcons. I love the Dirty Birds. I went to that stadium last year. What a phenomenal piece of architecture.
Beautiful stadium.
Oh, my God.
Top 3 for me. Top 3 that I've been to, for sure.
The concessions. I don't know if you guys know this, but they pride themselves on having the cheapest concessions in the National Football League. You can get food and drink for like $1 or $2. It is incredible.
You can get 6 chicken fingers for $2. It's unbelievable.
I know. It's great. After just going to the Jets where they bent me over the barrel and did all kinds of things, and it's pretty nice. So I love the concessions. I love the stadium, and I love the Dirty Birds. Flap, flap. Give me that Falcon. Flap.
Oh, man. I'm stuck on this one. I really am. Because there's part of Buffalo that I really see as vulnerable. And that defense looks a little vulnerable to me.
Run defense specifically, yeah.
Yeah, and Bijan could really get him, and that building can be a problem. And, we don't see the Bills losing 2 in a row, just like we didn't see, the Chargers losing 2 in a row. And then they just simply did. I got to stick with my gut on this one. I'm going to go with Atlanta. I'm going to take the 4.5 and be on Atlanta as well, Boy Green. I like what Bijan offers. I think that Penix can go out there and give him some trouble. He could get loose. He's got good feet. I'm going to go with Atlanta over Buffalo in that one. Hesitantly, but I am going to still go with Atlanta. All right, last game, Washington and Chicago. And this one is in D.C. Of course, now Jalen Daniels back in the fold, and they Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry, and they are 4.5-point favorites over the Chicago Bears. So, Boy Green, what are the experts? Let's start there.
Okay, don't wash them in. Commanders. Intern Ed, Commanders. Joe Bartle, Bears. It feels like Joe Bartle's been very opposite. Hey, well, whatever, man. It worked for George Costanza. It worked for all of us. There you go. So there's some activity happening there. I'm going Commanders, man. I went against him last week. I should have listened to Matt. He's always right. I'm always wrong. I'm an idiot. I'm ugly. He's handsome. I just should have listened to it, and I didn't. So I'm sorry, Matt. I'm going Commanders this week to try to make up for it.
Matt, you going to flip on him?
Yeah, see, this is my circle at game of the weekend. I cannot wait for this. I love rivalries. I think that Jaden Daniels versus Caleb Williams has a chance to be this era's eventual Manning versus Brady. They're in the same conference, so we'll see it a lot. I think the Commanders have a Super Bowl caliber roster. I think they go into Chicago, they get it done, and they repeat the Hail Jaden moment that we had a year ago. They might not even need it. Give me Washington.
Well, unless Boy Green has it wrong, they won't have to go into Chicago. They'll be playing this one in D.C. Am I correct on that one, Boy Green?
Oh, you are right.
Yes, so, I do.
They'll go into D.C. and kill him in your own building, and you just got yourself a better deal than you just got. I'm going to take Washington as well. I like him at home. I like what Daniels provides. He's given him an immediate lift. And that defense has actually been surprising this year.
Very good.
They've played fairly well. So I can't go
2 timely turnovers last week. Swung the game for them.
I think it's going to be an interesting one. And I love this, number 1, number 2 picks going against each other and who made the right decision and all that kind of stuff. So that's fun. And you're right. We could have a rivalry for years to come. So I am going with Washington. All right, there it is, gentlemen. Our NFL picks for week number 6. Hope you keep it hot there, Matt. I got to get going here. I've only had 1 week over 500. It's time to turn this thing around. Boy, Green, have you had any weeks over 500?
Yeah, I've led the pack like 2 weeks ago, pal. I see
Okay.
that you suffer from short-term memory loss. You should probably see a medical professional about that, buddy.
Yeah, I should. All right, so that'll do it for our NFL picks. For Matt Lombardo, for Boy Green, we thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. Peace out.